Hello viewers, I'm going to get a little historical on you today, specifically 1812. More specifically, the War of 1812. More specific than that, the Battle of New Orleans. Now in America at this time there are two major political parties. The Federalists, who were vehemently opposed to the war, and the Democratic Republicans, who were more for it. Now the Federalists met at the Hartford Convention in Hartford, Connecticut to discuss two things. Well, mainly one thing, and that was to make the executive branch much weaker than it currently was. And also there were some people over on the far, the old end of the spectrum over here, who wants to secede. Now, the Treaty of Ghent is signed in 1814, effectively ending the war. But a couple weeks later, they had people here who didn't know about the end of the war. We had a victory at the Battle of New Orleans from our good old friend, Mr. $20 bill, Andrew Jackson. Let's put him right here. Now, this was a moral victory for the United States that propelled Andrew Jackson to the presidency in 1824 and effectively ended the Federalist Party because it just made them look like they're treasoners. Now, some of the scenario I'd like to propose to you. What if Andrew Jackson loses the Battle of New Orleans? Loses the Battle of New Orleans. Well, let's look at the political effects in the short term. First of all, he doesn't get elected president because him winning the Battle of New Orleans is pretty much the only thing that got him elected. One of the major things that got him elected president. He doesn't win, he doesn't get elected president. Most likely, John Quincy Adams is elected president for 2 terms. Jackson was the first common man to be elected president. Sorry, never mind. Jackson was the first common man to be elected president. And if he doesn't get elected president, then most likely in the long term, we don't have common men elected presidents. We have a aristocracy of rich men owning the presidency effectively. Now, let's look at the social implications of the Battle of New Orleans. In the short term, American morale is down, way down. And also, American morale is so down that we really lose faith in our country. And we look really weak to outside nations. And they're looking at us going, that's some land we could take. Especially Britain's thinking, when our economy gets better, we'll just go back in there and retake it. Now, and then they would take over the United States. And also in the long-term effect of it, the Republican experiment in the United States fails. Other countries, such as Mexico, don't view us as a successful revolution and probably don't revolt, keeping colonialism alive for much longer than it actually resulted in. And USA, gone. So, thanks for watching. And tune in next week as well.